me. So I recently did a video of things that I was influenced to buy that were actually good and that I actually liked. So I thought it would be good to do an opposite video of things that I regret buying. Now, a quick disclaimer, these might be things that you will absolutely love, and that is totally okay. You are welcome to continue loving these pieces, but these are just things that for some reason or another just didn't work for me. And some of these are very specific items, some of these are more like just generic concepts or things, especially when we get into the home decor stuff. But let's jump straight into it with probably one of the more controversial ones, and that is the Our Place Always pan. So this item had been on my wish list for months, maybe years before I purchased it. I purchased it, I think, in December of 2001. So it was a while ago, and I've been holding this beef in for this long. But basically, it had so many amazing reviews. So many influencers absolutely swore by this product. So I'm like, if this many people like it, it must be good, right? Like, that's my thought process. Actually, it wasn't. It kind of sucked. Okay, first and foremost, my biggest beef with it is it's a very expensive product. I think at the time I did like a bundle set, so I bought the pan and the pot, and I think I paid like 200 something for it. I think it must have been like a Black Friday sale or something like that, so it did come at a kind of discounted price, and even then it is not worth it at all in my opinion. The biggest hype about this product is that it has a ceramic non-stick coating, which is supposed to be like healthier for you, doesn't have any of those chemicals or things that are like leaching into your food basically. So obviously that is very appealing. I don't want to be eating plastics and stuff, but after like maybe 3 months, I will put the exact dates up for you because I was already having issues with everything sticking to the pan. Now mind you, it is a very high maintenance product, so you cannot use high heat on it. You have to only wash it by hand. You can't use any abrasive things on it, so like only wooden utensils, non-abrasive like scrubbing, like so like a very soft sponge, like things like that. Because if I'm buying something so expensive, I'm obviously taking very good care of it, and I did. I followed all the steps that were listed on the product. Even then, after, like I said, only a couple of months, the non-stick was basically non-existent. No pun intended. Everything was like sticking to it. It was absolutely horrible. Now, as someone who cooks every single day and is actually like a cooking enthusiast, I like to cook. It's just like the most inconvenient pan because like you can't use high heat. So like, how do you sear things? Like, it did get pretty hot, but then I had to be very careful about only using like medium heat, so then it wouldn't be that really like nice sear on your food that you get on like extremely high heat. Also kind of impractical, like the idea that one pan does it all is like very alluring. The idea that one pan does it all is very alluring, but it's just not practical. Like if you're making like a sauce separately or you want to cook pasta separately, like you're obviously going to need more. So again, it doesn't justify the price for me. Then those things aside, so obviously like the most important parts of this product working, putting that aside, it is such a heavy pan, and if you're cooking, like food is heavy, so it was just so inconvenient to hold and to use. Yeah, it's just like very, very heavy pan, and because of the way that it's like shaped and the weight of it, like on the handle, you have to get pretty close to be able to actually like hold it up, especially if you're someone like me who's like very feeble and doesn't have a lot of arm strength. There's a portion of the handle that's no longer the like not heat conducting material, so I would burn myself all the time. Like if I was trying to grab too far in to, you know, actually be able to hold it, I would like burn myself. Also, the handles are not like siliconed or anything, so you had to use oven mitts to hold the handles on the side. The lid as well, like the little top part is very, very close to the lid, so I would try to grab it, like that part didn't get super hot, but if I would try to grab it, my fingers aren't even that thick or big, and I would burn myself on the lid, so I always had to use a mitten for that. So it's just like all those little things that I'm like, a person who cooks a lot did not create this product, you know, because these are all little inconveniences that if you're someone that cooks consistently, like you would never put these things into a product. It's just like inconvenient and like not helpful in the kitchen. So yeah, those are all my pet peeves. I feel like I totally bashed it, and I'm sure a lot of people really love this product because it is popular for a reason, besides, you know, just aesthetically being absolutely beautiful. I am curious, and let me know if you'd be interested. Take one for the team and buy it and test it out and review it for you, but I'm definitely interested. They have like a new one that has a lifetime warranty that has like special proprietary technology, so it's not ceramic, but it has a non-stick coating coating without using any chemicals. So I'm definitely curious because I've already had a couple of influencers that I absolutely love that have been promoting that product, and I just hated the Always Pan so much that I'm like very curious to see if that will actually work, especially because it has like a lifetime warranty. So I'm very interested in that. Definitely let me know in the comments and I will take one for the team, buy it and test it out for you all. I also did want to say I did get the pot as well, like I said, in like a set, and I don't hate the pot as much, and I think it's probably just because I don't use it as frequently. So I use it mostly to make like soups or to cook like big batches of food or to make chocolate abuelita. If you know, you know. So I don't use it like every single day. Maybe I'm using it like once a month or something like that. So I think the ceramic coating on that has held on longer just because I just use it very infrequently. But I do think it is a nice pot. It cooks very evenly. The warmth is very well distributed. I do wish that the bottom was a little bigger because it's kind of like shaped like this, so it limits what you can fry at the bottom. And the same like complaints as the Always Pan, that the handles obviously like you have to wear like mittens for it, or the top as well. But I don't hate it as much as the Always Pan. I don't think I would repurchase it and spend like $100+ on it, but I think it works just fine. Okay, wow, that was like a whole spiel on just that one item. I'm sorry, but clearly I've been holding this beef in for a very long time. I had to get it off my chest. But the next one might also be kind of controversial, and it's the Summer Fridays lip balm. I wanted to love this product so much because people absolutely love it and swear by it. My biggest issue with it was the scent. I think each one has a slightly different scent. I chose the brown sugar one mostly because of the color, not because of the scent. But I wish that I had tried it on in store before purchasing it, because the smell, first of all, I'm very picky about my scents. So like I hate vanilla, I hate rose, I hate anything that's like very, very sweet. This is an extremely sweet scent, which duh, it's brown sugar, but the scent is so freaking strong. And like at first I was like, okay, I might not love the scent, but I'll just put it on and get over it. But I can't. I literally had to take it off because it was so strong. And obviously like your lip balm is right by your nose, like hello. So I couldn't just ignore it and like wait for it to go away. Like it was so strong, so overpowerful that I had to take it off. Also, I absolutely hated the consistency. It was like super thick and like it did not slide on easily, even with that little plastic applicator. Like I felt like I was like scraping something along my lips, and it was so sticky. Like it would not dry down. It would just sit there and like my hair would get stuck on it. It was just like, I'm sorry, it was just my least favorite product. And like I totally respect all the girlies that absolutely love it, and if that's your favorite lip balm, great for you, I'm happy for you, but I absolutely hated it. So I'm still on the hunt for like my favorite tinted lip balm, but we'll see. For now, I absolutely love the Merit lip oil. It's not supposed to be like a hydrating balm, but I feel like it's enough that my lips won't get like super dry. But obviously sometimes I need something that's a little bit more hydrating, so I'm still on the lookout for my favorite product, but we'll see. And the other Summer Fridays product that I regret buying is the retinol. Now I don't want to completely hate on it because it was the first retinol product and only retinol product. I don't think I've owned another one yet that I bought, and I just don't like it. I know that retinol could be very sensitive to people. I don't have sensitive skin, so I don't break out very easily, but immediately every single time that I've worn that retinol, I have broken out. So that to me is immediately a no. I also absolutely hate the scent. I know it's like, again, it's not a scented product, but it has this really like earthy wet smell. I don't really know how to describe it, but I just like absolutely hate it. So I'm not letting the product go to waste. I still use it every single night on my hands because I'm like, at least I can get some retinol on my hands. They're far enough away from my face that I don't smell it. And with my like scented lotions, I can barely smell it. But yeah, I did not like the product at all. So I regret buying it. And both the lip balm and the retinol are not necessarily the most affordable options. So I definitely regret purchasing both of those. The next product that I was honestly surprised that I did not like was the Olaplex bonding treatment. Once again, I absolutely hate the scent. It smells like this like sickly sweet like candy smell. The consistency is very thick, but I just feel like it doesn't add any hydration. It leaves my hair just as equally frizzy. It does not like protect it from when I air dry it or when I dry it with a blow dryer. I feel like it does absolutely nothing to my hair, and it just leaves it feeling very like heavy and almost like clumpy or like kind of crusty. Like I said, even if I use very little and I apply it when my hair is wet, it still has that like texture of things like clumping together. So it's just not a product that worked very well for me. At least this bonding treatment I will not buy again. I'm still gonna use it all up because again, it's kind of expensive and I don't like to let things go to waste, but I will definitely not be repurchasing. The next item is a clothing item. So these like Hermes style sandals were really popular last year, and I think even this year they're also really popular. There's a ton of different dupes for them. They sell them on Target, they sell them on Amazon, and I just think aesthetically that they are so cute and so pretty. So obviously I got some and I'm like, they're so cute. So I bought one on Amazon and then I bought one at Target. But I don't know what I was thinking and I regret buying these because I have a really bad lower back. I have to be wearing very supportive shoes basically all day, otherwise I will have horrible back pain. So I just regret buying these because they're so cute, but they just don't make sense for my lifestyle. And that's something that I've been learning slowly through my purchases over the years, that I need to buy for my own lifestyle. Like, it's very easy to be influenced by people and be excited for something if it looks really great for them, but you have to be practical and think, will it work for my own lifestyle? So aesthetically they're beautiful and of course they're easy to just like slip on, but I would never wear them, and when I did I was in pain, so like it just didn't make sense. And thankfully I bought them on Amazon and Target, so they weren't extremely expensive. But those are just some things that I just regret buying, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy these, but definitely think about those things when you purchase anything. Like, realistically think how it will fit into your lifestyle. Some of those things, like, they might be really pretty and they might work for other people, but they realistically won't work for you. So these are definitely something I regret buying because I just don't wear them. Okay, and now we are moving on to all of the home decor items. So this is probably the biggest section of it. You probably won't be surprised because I love home decor. But we'll start off with, and this one even surprised me, but going along with the whole it doesn't fit into your lifestyle thing, black furniture. So I absolutely love black wood. I think it just aesthetically is so beautiful. So we had some black nightstands and they would just get so dirty so quick. And it's not that they were dirty because I would clean them all the time, dust them all the time, but you can see everything on it, like every little speck of dust, every little thing you would see on it. And the same thing goes for these black cabinets. They're absolutely beautiful. At the time that I bought them, they were in like every single influencer's home. So I think I bought them in like 2022 if I'm not mistaken, so I've had them for like 2 years now. I'm trying so desperately to find another piece of furniture that fits better, but I just haven't had any luck, so we're still using them for now. But it's just so inconvenient. Like, I feel like I'm dusting all the time and they just never look clean. We also have a dog that is both black and white, so the black hair show on the light colored things and the light hair show on the dark colored things. So again, it's just one of those things that just doesn't make sense to our lifestyle. Like, I don't want to be dusting every single day. So that's just something to keep in mind, you know, like if you have a dog that's white, you don't want to have a piece of furniture that's black where you can see all the hairs, all the dust, all the fingerprints. For some reason on the metal one especially, you can see every little fingerprint. It's ridiculous. So like things like that, I'm just like, no more black furniture. And like, it's aesthetically so beautiful. I've seen so many pieces that I absolutely love, but it just does not make sense for me. The next one is so popular, and that's wool rugs. I feel like every single content creator that I follow owns a wool rug or has a wool rug in their home. I tried it and I absolutely hated it. It sheds like crazy, which again, we have a dog, we're used to shedding, and even then I felt like it was even worse than the amount of low-key shedding that we get, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. I thought it would go away with time. We were vacuuming it like every single day, and every single time our vacuum was absolutely full to the brim, exploding with all of the wool like fibers. So even though it is like a natural option and it's supposed to be really good quality and last you for a long time, just for us it did not make any sense. And I also didn't think that it was as comfortable underfoot. Like, we love to sit on the floor and walk barefoot in our living room, so it was just not as soft as I imagined it to be, and it didn't feel worth it. Like, all the effort of upkeeping it and taking good care of it didn't feel worth it for like actually living on it, if that makes sense. So unfortunately for us, wool rugs are a no-no. The next thing, and this one again might be a little bit controversial, are pillows. Now, I, like any other home girly, love a good pillow, and you could probably see, I mean, I have so many pillows on my couch, but the things that I regret buying are twofold. One, just too many pillows, and two, bad quality pillows. So first, buy too many pillows. It's just so easy to go to Target and see the cute pillows and just buy another one, buy another one, buy another one. But especially if you're someone like me that lives in a small apartment, there's just nowhere to put them. So I found that what works best for me is buying pillow covers. Now, it is a little bit more expensive, 100%, but I think it is much more worth it. And in the end, to me especially, it feels less wasteful because I'm not buying pillows that I'm just gonna throw out because they either, like the Target ones for example, they don't have a zipper so you can't take them off to wash, and they like have filling instead of like a pillow, or they have that really cheap insert. But so it's a little bit more expensive, but I think it is well worth it. And if you don't have the budget for like really nice pillow covers, like I totally understand that, then the option would be, if you do go to Target, only buy the pillows where like the cover comes off and you can like actually wash it and upkeep it. I feel like then the pillow is more worth it for you to have. So I literally do not buy any more pillows if they do not have a removable cover. And the other point was cheap pillows. So I would love to buy pillows on like TJ Maxx or Target, but again, it has that really cheap fill, so they just look kind of cheap. I don't know how to describe it. So I've been trying to slowly swap out some of my pillows to like the feather pillows, the feather down pillows, and they just aesthetically look so much better. And like they definitely don't look as like fluffy sometimes, but I personally really like that. I feel like they look much more lived in. So for example, this is actually a pillow cover, but the pillow on the inside is like a cheap one that I bought at Target, and you could see it's like kind of lumpy. It's like it doesn't karate chop, you know what I mean? Like it's just like really fluffy blown up, but there's no like texture to it. And this one is like feather down, so you could see like it karate chops, it molds to whatever shape you put it, and it just like has a really nice like texture to it. So I personally like these, not just aesthetically but also to lay on, because I feel like when we lay on it we can just kind of like squish it into position and like lay on it like that, and it just feels like so much nicer and like better quality than the cheap ones from Target or wherever else. So again, it doesn't have to be something like, oh, I have to go out and like throw out all my cheap pillows. I just kind of like regret not making that investment earlier on, because you can definitely pick out pillows that have that feather down, and they don't have to be expensive. I got this one I think at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and it was I think like 20 something, but they were the same price as the Target pillow. So like I just kind of regret that instead of buying like a cheap Target pillow, I could have bought one of these, you know what I mean? So those are my pillow regrets, not buying better quality pillows and then just buying way too many of them. And the last thing is probably the most controversial of them all, because I do love thrifting, but something that I realized on reflecting on all of my purchases from this year and previous years is the things that I would regret the most buying were thrifted items. Now, why was that? Number one, for a lot of the time, I was still discovering my home style. So I was buying a lot of pieces that I thought would look good and then they didn't really. But I think the biggest reason why I regretted so much of my thrifting purchases is for two reasons. One, buying something just because it's cheap. And number two, buying something for fear that you will never be able to find it again. So I think because of those two reasons, I would buy things that maybe if I had just thought about it for a little bit longer, I would know it wouldn't work in my home. But because of that fear of like, oh, but then I might never see it again, so I'll just buy it because it's cheap and like I might not ever see it again, I ended up with a ton of things that like I did not need, I did not like, did not work in my home. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't thrift, because I 100%, I still love thrifting. I highly encourage everybody to go thrifting. But I think we just need to be a little bit more mindful. Like just because it is a more like sustainable option, it's better for the environment, you know, like things are not going to landfill. And just because it's cheaper doesn't mean that we should just buy a ton of stuff at the thrift store. So that's another one of my regrets, is just like buying things that I did not need at the thrift store, or that didn't fit my style, or I feel like I was just as equally influenced buying at the thrift store as I was buying online. Just because like you see people thrifting things and you're like, oh my god, that looks so cute, you know, you get all excited, so you thrift the same or similar item, but then it doesn't work at all with your own style in your own home. So yeah, basically the point I think with most of these purchases, but not all of them, not the always pan, is just to like be a little bit more mindful with how things will fit into your home, how they will fit into your lifestyle, and to just like think a little bit before you do buy them, because I feel like then we can all avoid having these regrets and things that we purchase. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and if these are products that you love, like I would love to hear your opinion in the comments. That's the interesting thing about these kinds of videos, is everybody has a different perspective and everybody has a different lifestyle. So I'd be curious to see if you absolutely love some of these products, or if they work like amazingly for you and they just didn't work for me. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm always sharing my latest finds there, and of course sharing products that I absolutely love. So definitely make sure you follow me on there. But I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye!